Hello. Wow. It is hard to get the lighting right. Hi, my loves. Let me see what I can do here. Ooh, no. Say hi if you are here. Say hi in the chat. There we go. That's a little better. Looks a little weird, but hi, Kennedy. Hi, Delaney. Is that you? Hi, everybody. Oh, so good to see you all and be with you all. Oh, what glitch? I'd love to hear. It is still very bright. That's a little bit better. That's a little bit better. Describe the glitch. Tell me what that was. And if you here, say hello in the chat. My name is Allison. I go live here every single week. On Mondays, I channel for the collective, and I also choose one of your questions to channel on. So we're going to kind of wait for everybody to get here while I give the announcements. Um, and also, it was a little hard to get on here again this morning. Um, we'll just kind of take that as I needed a little bit of extra time. Oh, and the lighting is still so weird. Oh, if I back up, it's better. If I back up, it's better. There we go. I'm like, it's very strange. Just a moment, my face was super pixelated and it was getting wider. That's funny. You know what? That's how I've been feeling lately, Kennedy. So it's all good. That's accurate. That is an accurate description of what's been going on with me. Oh, so yesterday, the Return to Eden event was so beautiful, and I'm just really grateful. It's so fully opened my heart, and I love when I get to host events that do so much for me. It's really incredible. Um, it's such a gift. Um, so I'll go ahead and make announcements. First of all, I thought that there would be more people, but there seems to be less because of the holiday. So the giveaway is still going to happen. I think what I'll do is I'll save it for the end. And I'll just go ahead and say now, if you have a question that you would like me to channel on, I choose one question from the chat to channel on before I go into the channeling for the collective. Oh, yes, hi Floor. Yes. It was so good. Oh, wow. It was yummy for me. And I'm glad to hear that it was so good for you as well. So let's go ahead and if you have a question, type it into the chat, type Q at the beginning of it, and I will choose one in just a moment. I'm going to make the announcements, and then at the end, I'm going to do the giveaway. So if you are here after the channeling, I'll do the giveaway. All right. So um, what I always like to say is if you are watching this as the replay, leave a comment and let me know what you received from the channeling. Um, I would love to hear from you in the comment section. Go ahead and hit like. That is always appreciated. Subscribe, always appreciated. All right. So if for whatever reason your question doesn't get answered today, I am going to choose one, type Q at the beginning of it. But if for whatever reason your question doesn't get answered today, then I always have available single question channelings, which is a voice recording. You send me an email of your question, and I send you a voice memo back of the channeling for that question. And I also have live sessions if you'd like to do that. All of the information is in the description box, so you can check that out. All right. So what I'm going to start doing is occasionally during these live streams, I'm going to do a book giveaway. So I'm going to send one of my books out. Where are they? Ah, let me go grab it. I had them bookmarked for the Return to Eden event yesterday, and I didn't end up reading from them. But so these are both my books. This is Ecstatic Playground. We'll try and get the color right there. And this is The Era of the True Creator. And both of those books, what I'm going to do is each week, regularly, I'm not sure if it's going to be each week, but regularly I will be giving away a free copy to someone who is here. So I'll do that at the end, but that's my announcement for that. I'd love to check in. How is everybody doing? Yes, enter the giveaway. Good. I see a couple questions. That's good. Let me know also how you're doing. I can feel what is in the collective right now is an amping up. There's really a compression of time and an amping up of releasing what is keeping us from our highest truths, which is universal love, which is abundance. You know, it's a lot of the things that I talked about in the Return to the Garden of Eden event yesterday. And there is an amping up, there is a speeding up, compression sometimes is what it feels like. And it can feel like a compression within ourselves as well, as so many of these patterns, these programs that do not serve us and our highest good are starting to really fall away very quickly. And what that means is we're going to come up against them again and again as they continue to fall away. So, yeah, it's a big theme right now. It's freezing. I know this might be the last winter that I do. It is, I think we've got, I don't know, several feet of snow. Maybe. Oh my God, it's so bright out there. It's like, I don't know, maybe let me close that so that the lighting's good. It's maybe like a foot. I always like to say it's like 10 feet of snow. It's actually just like a dusting, but it's a lot here. Oh, all right. So I see one, two questions. We'll go ahead and I'll give it one more minute. I'm going to sip this cacao. Wow. Okay. A concertina. Is that the accordion box? Kennedy says, I ordered a concertina and I'm learning to play it. I love that. Oh my God, that's so beautiful. I was listening to, I believe that's the instrument where a lot of times like Hare Krishnas and things like that play with it. And I was listening to some chanting this morning. So, oh wow. Okay, that is super cool, Kennedy. All right. I see 3 questions. Beautiful. I know, I get really dorky during these. Hmm. Stacy, hello. Oh my goodness. All right. Just saw your email. Yeah. That's why I sent the email out. I was like, I think a lot of people are off work today, but it might make everyone forgetful. I'm with you on that. All right, my loves. Really likes cacao. It helps me open my heart so much. It really does. I'm so grateful. Um, the throwing of the index cards, I actually gently set them down. So let's see. All at once. All right, we've got a good show tonight for you. Hit the band. If I had a backup band, that'd be pretty cool. Oh my goodness. Crash noises. Okay, my loves, I'm gonna go ahead and choose one of those questions. Let's see. I think I counted 3. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, my loves. It is 12:12 my time. How's that for timing? 3. Question number 1. You know what, Kennedy? I swear, if you don't play the lottery, you need to play the lottery. Although I guess this is playing the lottery because you get this every single time. It's so funny to me. How do I know what my true self is or how to follow the advice of being myself? Beautiful. You'll sit out next week. No need, no need. How do I get Kennedy's luck? Oh, Stacy, I'm glad you're here. All right. Hmm. All right. Let's go ahead and how do I know what my true self is or how to follow the advice of being myself? Isn't that so funny? I'm of the generation where they had My So-Called Life. Have any of you heard of that? And I still remember, I think I think even my mom pointed this out to me. Somebody pointed this episode out to me. The garage door is opening beneath my body, so it feels very weird. I'm like, "What?" Uh, yeah, yeah, the Jared Leto. Yeah, he has a band. I actually like the band. I don't know. Everybody's got their opinion. I think they're great. Um, so that's my generation, but there was an episode in there where I love it, Stacy, where, Claire, the main character I mean, I know so much about the show. I really loved it. I had a friend who got me back before live streaming, she got me the box set of it, which is, like, an incredible gift. And there was one episode where she begins it and she says, "Everyone says be yourself as if yourself is this defined thing, but it's not." You know? So I have just lived with that quote. I think it's such a good quote. As if it's, "Yeah, Claire Danes. Okay, Stacy, we're right here. We're right here." Oh my goodness. Yeah. Okay, I can't get too distracted with the chat there, but yes, love that show. I thought it was just it was so timely too. The 90s, there was a lot going on. So, that's my generation. That's when I was a teenager and there was a lot happening. There was also a lot of awakening. If you listen to the music from that time, it's powerful. There are some mystics who were writing music at that time. It's incredible. All right. Going on and on. I think everybody feels that of their generation. So, my loves, I'm going to go ahead and go into channeling now. The way that this works, if you've never been here, feel free to keep saying hello in the chat, connecting with each other. I'm going to dive into the individual question first, and then I'm going to go into the collective. This lighting is just always making me a little crazy. You know what? We're going to leave it alone. Okay. I spilled on myself live. All right. I'm going to go into the individual question first. So I drool all over myself. So happy that was caught on camera. Well, the true self is present. The question is, how do I be my true self? How do I align with my true self? The true self is present. Anything outside of the present moment is the false self. It's a program. which is why channeling, right? Which is why learning to channel is so important, and learning to be the channel is so important, because we are streaming the consciousness of our higher self in those moments as we learn to continuously attune to the present moment. There's a sort of, for many people, there's a sort of juncture or a narrowing that occurs as we come more and more in alignment with our true selves, where things feel more false. This happens with everything. Any paradigm that we're letting go of, it becomes louder as it's released. And so, as we're moving more and more into our true self and being more and more present, a lot of things happen. Sometimes it feels like everywhere we turn, every moment of the day, oh, somehow I've betrayed my true self and I'm not being my true self. We become hyper aware of it. Other times we become very quiet because we recognize almost every word that we say goes zzz, zzz. It doesn't quite align with the truth of who we are. And so we become still and quiet. These are all showing us that we're really aligning with the truth of who we are. And these are good signs, but they can also be a bit confusing. It can feel like a shutdown. It can feel like we're doing it all wrong. Remember that anytime patterns are being released from the body, they get louder as they come to the surface to clear. And so becoming continuously more of our true selves. Another thing that it's very important to know about that is that we're never not ourselves. We are always ourselves. It's just that we are tuning to higher frequency versions of ourselves. It's not that when we are behaving in certain ways or reacting or living on programs, that's also us. And this is part of the grand forgiveness process that we enter as we move into oneness. Any conflict, any judgment, any issue within the self where we have created dissonance, any area where we have not fully recognized our true selves or recognize the true self of another, is coming up to show us these are out of alignment of oneness. And so as we move into oneness, we start to recognize conflict more. We start to recognize any area where we have not fully loved each other. All of these things come up more strongly. And they're all a result of conflict within ourselves, not fully loving ourselves. This is something we've all heard, but hear it again now. Hear it now. Any area of conflict is an area of conflict within the self. And so we are always our true selves. And as we move into oneness, this process of forgiveness starts to raise up, because we recognize how often we have not been in alignment with the highest frequency version of ourselves. And we start to witness that that's what everybody's doing. That the only reason that we don't fully love ourselves is because we're all doing this dance of separation from ourselves as God. God is in the present moment. In the present moment, we are the creators of our experience. And that is what makes us our true selves, and that is what makes us one. It's what makes us God. It brings us into oneness consciousness. And in that space, we recognize the only reason that we've been seeing separation is because we've been separate from ourselves. We've been in the denser layers of reality where we've been acting what feels to be not our true selves. But every version of every person who's ever existed in any timeline, that is our true selves. All aspects of the all are our true selves. What we're aiming for now is to be in alignment with our highest frequency self. And where that is in the present moment. It is. It is the isness. How do we do it? We tune in every moment to the present moment, and we allow ourselves to connect with divine love. The heart space is our guide in this process. When we start to meet the heart space as we meet the true self, truer and truer, as we can say, which really just means more and more aligned with our God consciousness, which is oneness. As we move more and more into those frequencies, what we notice within the heart space is an unnumbing. And with that often comes emotionality. There tends to be the uncomfortable emotionality that happens first as we start to open the heart. And this is because our emotions exist in the realm that is just outside of the higher frequency, all that isness, the oneness, right? So our emotions are more in the fourth dimension. The heart space is the connection with that fifth dimensional oneness consciousness with heaven, with that level of truth. And so we meet the barrier of emotionality, the thing that's been guarding us from being our true selves. And emotions are not the present moment. This might seem like a tangent, but follow me here. Emotions are not the present moment. Emotions are programs creating a spiral effect of belief. And that spiral effect of what our beliefs are, and those as those programs lay out, we then respond to the beliefs and the perception of what's existing based on the lens that we hold. That's our emotions. As we can sit in presence with our emotions, we move deeper into the truth of the heart space. Remember, truth, our true selves, is oneness consciousness, it's God consciousness. So as we move into that center where we are present, we'll notice emotionality coming up. Honor it by being present with it, not by diving into it, not by pushing it away, not by saying no to it, but be present with it. Be present with those emotions, but don't name them, don't hold on to them, just be with them. And this is how we move more into the true self, which is the heart space. So there we go, full circle. The true self is what's streaming through the divine heart, not the emotional layer, deeper than that. It is the present aspect of the self. It is, that's where we are going to feel this is true. We're not going to feel this is true if we're outside of the present moment and we're living in programs and we're living in our belief patterns. Those are programs. Our emotions are the response to programs. And remember, you're always your true self. This is a part of unraveling the perfection paradigm, the desire to always be exactly where we're supposed to be, deeper unraveling of that. All aspects of all creation are ourselves because we are the all that is from a unique perception. So, as we come into our true selves, what we're really recognizing is the divine consciousness that is the all that is streaming through this particular template, and that can be done present. Otherwise, it's programs. And as it streams through this divine template, we each have our individual human experiences, as was called upon by our highest self, our oversoul, when we started streaming this experience, when we decided to become this human being. And so know that you don't lose your full human experience by becoming your highest self. You actually gain the fullness of the experience. You recognize the extremely broad level of choice that you have while still being fully you, because you have a template. That template is what guides you through the time based experience that we know as human reality. So being present shows us one, every choice. It shows us every choice. And then we can feel into what choice is the most aligned with this divine template. And in fact, the only choices that we will want to choose from the present moment are from the high frequency of love. And that will naturally align us with who we truly are. Let's go ahead and move into the collective. Thank you for that beautiful question. Just to reflect on the question that just came through. I'm not sure what's showing on the camera, but as I tune more into the present moment, my body begins to stream movements. It's almost as if I'm underwater and I'm dancing with that flow. And as this progresses, this will guide my entire experience. When I tune into certain frequencies, it's sort of like being in a specific river where my body moves in ways that are flowing with that river of consciousness. And it feels incredible. It feels ecstatic, obviously. It feels, this is frequency alignment. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Hmm. All right. Tuning into the collective. Oh man. What I saw just kind of freaked me out. Whoa, boom. When we like, whew, when we're shaking out a carpet to straighten it out. That's what's going on. That can either be a ride, a fun ride, right? Woo! Feel the wave. Woo! Just like a wading pool. You feel the waves as they move. You can dance just as I was dancing. Or it can feel really scary. Sometimes it's both at the same time. Sometimes it's both at the same time. This feels like a collective hiccup, a collective alignment. Show me what that means, please. Show me what that means. It's within the emotional realm. But you all don't know how much your emotions create, even within the physical, the material realm. It's happening. Meaning, even weather patterns are affected by emotional um, experiences, by thought patterns, right? It may seem daunting to start to understand how to really uh, be in command of those things. It starts with learning to practice stillness within the mind so that we can just be present. It doesn't mean that we don't continue walking around on earth. It means that we are still in the mind, that we have presence of mind, that we're not running programs and reactionary. This is possible. There is a lot of teaching out there that we cannot stop the mind. Let that teaching go. We need to see it in a new way. We need to see it in a new way. It's not that we stop the mind, we still it. And yes, there are moments where it is stopped, where what we call the chatter, the monkey mind, that stops. It absolutely does. We need to know that. We need to start practicing that this can be the case, not from a place of perfection, but from a place of witnessing, uh, being the witness, and knowing that we are capable of so many more things than we've ever allowed ourselves to see and be capable of. This is really the realm of beyond. Okay, now I'm seeing it. Imagine shaking a blanket and all these beings are on the blanket. This is the wave of consciousness. Boom, boom. Okay. Shake that blanket. Some people are going to fly off. I don't know how many of you have ever played on a trampoline. One of my favorite things, right? And like somebody sits down and you bounce them, and just if you can get it just right, you can time that bounce so that they just fly into outer space. So I know I'm saying this and it's so funny to me right now, and it might seem like, oh God, right? How are we going to do this? This is going to wake up our consciousness. There are going to, mm, this is over the next 3 months is what I'm hearing. So many powerful awakenings. And even if you have already started your awakening, deeper awakening, further awakening, awakening, there's so much. The things that we never thought were possible, we just got a divine jump start. Boom, boom, right? Whoosh, we fly off into the cosmos. Things that we never thought were possible. There's a reason that it came through about the mind, knowing that the mind can be still, knowing that there can be abundance and perfect health and all of the things that we have been desiring. It's just that our mind isn't going to get us there. It's not our mind. Sometimes because of the strict density of the mental paradigms that we have built, a little jolt from the divine, it sometimes feels like grace, and other times it is grace, but it feels like our lives are sort of, like, wow, tower, things are falling apart, that sort of energy. If we are attuned to, this is happening for my good, this is happening for my benefit, then we can really witness. Then we can be present in the moment and we can be the witness. And we can start to see, wow, things that we never thought of being possible are going to start happening in our lives. Now, all of this depends on where you are in your own personal journey. So, here are a few different scenarios that this could look like. First, I want to talk about those of you who are really walking your walk, really listening, doing your best, not from a place of perfectionism, but from a place of, hey, I know that I've got a purpose here. Those of you who are really paying attention, be ready for mm, more love, more divine love coming in through your body than you can know what to do with. Be ready to walk into the divine template of heaven on earth, Garden of Eden. And it's not going to look the way we think. Remember, it's not the mind. It's not the mind. It is the divine beingness. It's the beingness. That's how we get there, not the mind. Not the mind interpreting if things are good or bad. Okay, if you have not yet, I feel that there are people watching this who have not actually tipped the scale into an awakening. I feel you. I can feel your curiosity. This, let go of the reins and witness how blissful life is. This is a different type of awakening. This is, wow. Mine was like, everything's crashing. It was also a huge amount of opening. Yes, both of those exist at the same time, right? This feels that for many of you, the awakening will be sort of that. I mean, the image that I'm getting is like when you wake up and it snowed all night and it's just glistening white and beautiful. There's just it feels like very much divine masculine awakening where it's just the silence, the stillness, the beingness, the awareness. Wow. Of course, This is going to change the material world, the physical world. It is going to change for all of us. The change in consciousness will change the physical world for us, our personal physical world. It is not the same for all of us. It is not the same. We are not all existing in the same world. It's important that we know that you and you and you have your own worlds. We are all in our own worlds. There is a unified field that guides us all through. And that is often when we think there is a collective reality, that's what that is. The unified field of consciousness. But our experience vastly different. Can be vastly different. We are stepping into consciously walking in the unified field. And we will still have our own, it's showing up as colors. We will still have our own unique palette to paint with and our own unique colors. But we do not all exist in the same world. Why is this important? Because you're going to be standing next to people who see the world completely differently. Completely differently. There is a lot happening for every single being on the planet. We do get to choose our consciousness field. We do get to choose where we play, but our mind does not get to choose. Our mind does not get to choose how. The mind doesn't get to say, this is how it looks. The mind is not built for that. The mind is built for paradigms. This is why we move into being the witness. I'm hearing this is why Allison has dropped the word witness throughout this whole channeling, because it's sort of like this sneaky thing that's coming through. It's like, you didn't even know you were going to say that. Witness, be the witness. This is why we become the witness. As we become the witness, we allow the field to show itself. And it is far beyond what we could bring ourselves to believe. And it's going to look messy. We're going to perceive it as messy. Yeah. Again, I'm seeing ET contact. A lot of our star family preparing. It feels like spring. It feels like there's just going to be so much connection. Open your homes up. Wow, that's beautiful. Open your homes up to this consciousness coming in, specifically in dreams. I feel like that came through last week, but I'm not sure. Open up your dream time to receiving connection with your star family. Do this in similar ways that you would with opening up connection to elementals or things like that. I'm seeing light a candle, write down an intention. Um, those, seem pretty earth-based. But what I'm seeing is it's the intention behind it, and often humans need ceremony to anchor in that intention. So anchor in the intention that you desire to have contact with your star family. Really start to prepare as if you're welcoming the consciousness, the frequency into your home, your homes. Ah, that's so beautiful. Wow, and I have become so connected to the earth. That is fascinating to me. Wow. Okay, so beautiful. Oh my God, I love you all. This has just been a great channeling. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Wow. Oh my god, that felt so good, my loves. That felt so good. Hmm. As I've started channeling, I trust myself so much more. This is why I teach channeling. This is why, in fact, I've gotten the message it's time for everybody to learn it. So next week, I'm going to make a big announcement about that. Moving like a mermaid again. Yeah. It is time for all of us to learn how to channel. It is absolutely time. And if you'd like to learn through me, leave a comment, check my website, all of the things. Um, Tune in, trust yourselves, you know. Some of you are already getting the downloads. Most of the people that I teach to channel at this point have already started. And they're just learning how to trust it. So it is time. It's time for all of us to more than just channeling, right? We think about channeling in a specific way, but more than that, it's time for each of us to trust ourselves. That's really what's coming through. It's time for each of us to trust ourselves. And what does that mean? We trust our higher selves. We trust that present moment that's streaming through us. It's not our ego selves because, yeah, our ego selves are going to be like, go do that thing that serves only you. And it doesn't really serve you at all. That's what our egos want, right? Run this program. Separate, separate. Just get it for you, right? It's like, no, no, no. It's time for us to trust our highest selves streaming through, and we are our highest selves. All right, my loves, it is time for the contest giveaway. So what I'm going to do is anyone who wants to enter the contest at this point, type your favorite emoji in the chat. Each person, please just enter once. And I will mail you a copy of the book of your choice. So you can choose either Ecstatic Playground or The Era of the True Creator. And this will be a physical copy. I'll sign it for you. I'll give you a little love note in there. You already have both. I love it. Feel free to give one as a gift. Yeah, I'm guessing. This is why I was like, okay, choose which one you would like. Hi, Rosemary. Love it. Choose which one you would like, and I will send you the one of your choice. Okay. So I'm going to drink my favorite cacao. Hi, Cherry. Love it. Love being able to see you all. I mean, obviously not see you, but see you. It might just be you two. It sounds like everybody else. Oh, I have an ask. I have an ask. Oh, I desire so deeply. Those of you who have already purchased my book on Amazon, please, please, please go write a review. Please go write a review. I would appreciate it so much. I know it feels like a lot. If you purchased my book on Amazon, please go write a review. I would be so, so, so grateful. All right, I've got 2 people entered. Okay. Choose the magic number between 1 and 2. 2. All right, Cherry. Which one would you like, love? Let me know. I will send it to you. And then what I'd like you to do is send me an email with your physical address, with your address so that I can mail your book to you. All right. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you all. Have a beautiful week. Ooh, did you all see that? That was cool. Okay, I'll send you Ecstatic Playground. That was like a blue thing that just went like that. Oh, I'm going to watch the replay. Love you all. I'll talk to you soon. Bye bye.